In this video, I want to talk about my 9-step process of creating YouTube videos and what you can learn from it and establishing your process. Your process doesn't have to be my process, but I think there's something to learn from everybody's process to enhance your YouTube video creation process. Okay, I've got 9 steps that I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna go through them quickly, but this is the process I follow, and what I wanna encourage you to do is create your own process, but have a flow and create systems and rhythms that are gonna help you better just create new videos so that you just kind of know this is how you best go through the process of creating videos and hitting publish. Because we so often get caught up in, you know, I have a lack of ideas, or I capture the videos, but I don't edit them, or I never hit publish, or it's never good enough, but we gotta hit publish. We gotta get to publish those videos. And then there's work to do after we hit publish too. So I'm gonna talk about that. So let's talk about the 9 steps that I use to basically create my YouTube videos. The first step for me is concept. And so one of the things I do is I just have notes in my iPhone, and I create basically a video title and general points. And it's just basically a simple outline. So title and an outline is where I start. So that's where the concept begins before I record a video. Okay, the second step is after I have a concept, I capture. So I don't go through a lot of process of, you know, setting up a space or, you know, overthinking the capture. I just literally set up my camera and I have my title and I have my little mini outline, which is typically about 4 or 5 points that are maybe 1 or 2 words per point. And I just hit record. Now I might stop and re-record, and typically what I do when I hit record is I will take a break and I'll pause and I'll restart, but I don't turn it off and I just basically I hit record until I'm done recording. I don't stop recording and then start recording again and start all over. I just get all the way through the video, even if I have hiccups along the way. So I create that outline, and then I capture the video. And so that video capture could go 10 minutes if it's a 8-minute video, or it could go 30 minutes because I had a lot of hiccups along the way. But I hit capture and I just talk it out until I feel like I have captured the message of my videos. And so so I go from concept to capture. Okay, step 3. Now it's the editing process. So step 3 is to edit the video. This is where I actually get out of the way. I have an incredible team that edits my videos, but you're likely maybe your own editor, or you prefer to do it yourself. And this is one of those areas as you think about what you have to do yourself is really the concepts and the video capturing you have to do yourself. Everything else other people can do. It's actually what we do at Amplify Social Media. Here's a link if you want to check out our website and want some help with your videos. But if you're editing your videos, that's the next step. And they often say that for every minute of video is an hour of editing. Now that's up to you of how much time you want to put into your edits. But yeah, it's that editing process. And so finding the right software, whether that's just a simple iMovie that's built into your computer, or getting into Adobe, but then just editing that video. So taking that initial capture and then getting it into your editing software and getting it set essentially as the video itself, that final product that you want to create. And so this is where a lot of the heavy lifting comes in, and really where a lot of the magic comes in. So you've got to have a great idea, and you got to have a great capture, but then you also need to edit that video well and have a good process for how you're going to edit. Now the 4th step is to review. And this is where you often are going to need another set of eyes. So if you've been the one to both create the video idea, capture the video, edit the video, it's probably helpful to now have someone else review the video and just give you feedback of, are there more edits that are needed? Is there anything that's missing? Is there anything that maybe that you said wrong or did wrong in that video? So you need a review. Now for me, I'm the reviewer. So while somebody else is editing, then I review that video and the thumbnail and the other aspects of the video as part of that review process. But yeah, you've got to have somebody that is going to review, whether that's yourself or someone else. But it really needs to be somebody that's not the editor, that is the reviewer of that video. Okay, so you've got the video. There's 4 steps, got you to a finished video. And now you got to hit publish. This is the easiest step, but often the hardest step. So press that publish button, push your video out into the world. And so yeah, do what is the easiest and the hardest step in the process and press publish, or press schedule, which is essentially the same as publish, to have it then be published at a specific time. But yeah, it's time to push publish and get it out into the world. Okay, 5 steps. You've got your video out there, but you're not done. At the end of the day, while YouTube will hopefully bring you a lot of viewers, you have an audience elsewhere, whether that's just a few friends to text message, or an email list to email, or Twitter followers or Instagram followers. You need to use all the channels that you have to drive initial engagement to that video. So you've got to now promote that video. So that's the next step, is once you've hit publish, now you need to promote. And so find every outlet that you have and create a system for every time you release a video. What do you do to promote it? And I think, you look at a channel like Mr. Beast, where you can see immediately after he pushes it out there, you can see a tweet that goes out and an Instagram message that goes out that takes a little clip or a picture that's intriguing, that makes people want to go watch that video on YouTube. And so after you hit publish, make sure you follow the process for you that helps you promote it to the broadest audience and the right audience for that specific video. So promote your video. Okay, so your video is out there. It's hopefully getting some engagement, and part of engagement is comments. And I think remembering that YouTube, while it's a search engine, it's a video hosting platform, it's also a social network. It's a place that people are commenting and engaging with your content. And I want to encourage you, don't let this just be a one-way conversation of you putting a video out and them responding with comments, but you respond to their comments. Be engaged in the conversation that you've now created with your video. And sometimes now YouTube comments can get a little weird. Sometimes I think you gotta be rational of, there's some crazies out there. They're going to say some things that might offend you. But when you are responsive, especially to the positive comments and the really helpful dialogue that is stirred, you're going to see your engagement grow tremendously as people feel like they can actually interact with the creator. They're going to be much more likely to watch more of your videos in the future, and you're going to develop a trust with that audience in a very significant way. So don't just hit publish and let YouTube, do the work from there. Hit publish, promote your video, and then engage with that audience as they are engaging with your content. Okay, step 8, we're almost done with the process, and that is to measure the effectiveness of your video. YouTube gives you such incredible data and analytics. You can actually see how far people watched in the video, where people watched from, where they found your video. And so this will help you understand did you title it well for search results because you saw a lot of search engagement there? Did people stay? Did 60% of people that started watching it watch it all the way to the end, or did they drop off at a certain point? And so pay attention to the analytics. The data point that I think is most important for every video is minutes watched or hours watched, however, that it's displaying that in your video in percentage of video viewed. And so those are kind of go together. There's two pieces. And so we often get obsessed with how many views we got, but the reality is if we got a bunch of views, but they only watched for 10 seconds, it's really not quality engagement. And we're probably not actually going to get a whole lot more views because YouTube's going to say this video isn't that interesting. But when we can see our percentage of video viewed really high, we know that video is probably going to do well. And there's things we want to learn of. Let's do this again because this did really well. Or if we see a low engagement, let's not do this again because we saw low engagement. So pay attention to the analytics. So as you promote, as you publish, as you get your content out there, pay attention to how people are engaging with it so that you can learn for your next video. Okay, number 9 and the last step here is to repeat. Don't just post one video and be done. Post that video, learn from that video, and then post another video and another video and another video. And every video you post, you're gonna get a little bit better. Your process is gonna get cleaner. Your systems are gonna get faster. Your quality is gonna get better. And so repeat. So go through this process and create your process. But then as you establish that process, refine it and get better and better and better. But don't stop. It can feel like a lot of work, and it is a lot of work. But the reality is we're building this audience. We need to keep investing into this audience with new and better and more content. And so whether that's once a week, once a month, once a day, make sure you establish your rhythm and your flow for creating new content that's going to build and grow that audience that you're building. Okay, that's it. That's my 9-step process. I hope it was helpful for you as you learn and build your YouTube video flow. And I hope you'll watch other videos. So on my channel here, I talk about social media, best practices and things to help you thrive on social media. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I see you again on another video.